Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Yolanda and welcome to Unfiltered Me. For today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about girl talk, and this is high school relationship advice from a high school senior. So if you guys are interested, on the things I've learned throughout all my 4 years, please be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe down below. Make sure to turn on post notifications to be notified when I post. And if I do, let's get on to this video. Alright, so coming in at number 1, this first question is how to get a guy in high school. So, y'all, you're talking to the right person right here. This first one is going to be very corny, but like I stand by this 100%, but it is by being yourself. I feel like if your first interaction is yourself, you can just like weed out ones that are meant to be in your life. Because think about it, if they don't like who you are from the forefront, what makes you think they're going to grow to love you in that sense? That makes sense. Like, to me, this just never made any sense like that way. Like, yeah, you may like feel like iffy but weird. Like sometimes, like, yes, I like get it, I'm weird, but like I feel like to a certain degree you have to somewhat be interested. Now this is like kind of iffy because even for my best friend, I know we like butt heads, but then eventually we're friends. So like there's some special cases like that. Maybe you could have been friends first and like they thought you're weird, but then eventually like turned into like friends with a lover trope. But for me, I feel like to a certain degree, it's just like they have to like you for who you are, because I feel like if they don't, then it's just like trying to like fix a person or trying to like shape a person to who they want you to be, and that's just like kind of like an iffy area. But if they just seem like icked out or just like not feeling, you can feel if somebody's not interested. But I just feel like that's just a really good way to like just weed out people. Like there's some people that like I've went up to and you just know when, and so if they're just not feeling your energy, I feel like 9 out of 10 times sometimes it's just not worth it. I've had some delulu times, especially junior year, going for somebody who clearly did not want me. But number 2, I would say, is what are my top major red flags in a guy? Red flags in a guy. I feel like if their Snapchats or if their Instagram is full of a bunch of people, that's kind of icky. Like, they're notorious. I'm sorry, but like I've just always had a problem with that. Like, if your following is predominantly girls, ? And if they specifically don't all go to our school, because like I can understand if they go to our school, but like if they're just like anybody, then it's just like especially if they're like one of those pages. Now going to Snapchat, if it's like you have streaks in your whole best friends list as girls, I'm sorry, but we have a problem. There is just something going on there. I'd say another red flag I'd say with a guy is if you're not actively pursuing me and giving me that same energy that I'm putting in. It just feels like a waste of time, and especially being senior year, it's just like, is it really worth the stress? Like, you can kind of tell sometimes what people's intentions. Sometimes it's hard to not tell. Sometimes it's hard to tell, what somebody's intentions is, but some people make it clear. And then this comes from like a recent experience, but I feel like for number 3 of my red flag list is if you don't pay for me when we first hang out, what are we doing? And I'm sorry, like that might just seem like very like but like let me tell you, I went through this horrible experience with this person, and as I reflected back, one of the lessons I realized from that is they were never trying to really invest in me. That's the overarching thing here. They were not trying to invest in me in the way that I was. I was literally driving this person around. I literally just like, that was a huge thing to me already. It's just like I put in something towards this. Like, you didn't have a car, you have your license but you have a car. I did this. The least you could do is even offer me. They watched me pay and were comfortable, didn't even bother. And I'm sorry, and like I get it, I was the one to ask if they wanted to hang out. But it's just like, still, I feel like even when like people like give me rides, like I offer to like pay them gas, or I offer, hey, can I do this for you at least? Like, I was low-key tired. Like, I low-key drove like 20 minutes and like drove us around and then drove him back to his house. Y'all, and it gets even worse. I don't know why I did not mention this, but I really did not feel invested into, because let me tell you, one day we had went, this is like months ago. So like, I'm over this person, whatever, of course. But what had happened was we went to go get food. And at first we were going to go to Chick-fil-A, and then they're like, oh, it's expensive, even though I said I was only going to get nuggets. So then I was like, okay, whatever. Then they're like, McDonald's. And I was like, Then eventually we passed by Little Caesars, and we go in the parking lot, and then they're like, oh yeah, I'm trying to get my app open for the coupons. And I'm like, okay. Like, sometimes I'm like that, but I only like scan it. I don't like look for coupons on there unless like I have like a $5 gift card, and that's different, which is fine. People want to save their money. Like, I'm like that. Like, I like to save my money and put it where I like want it, right? But then tell me why we literally go in Little Caesars, he goes before me, buys a whole pizza for himself, and doesn't offer me any of it, y'all. Any of it. Ridiculous. Wild. And he only ate 2-3 slices from it. And I got nothing. I just didn't feel like I was being invested back to, because let me tell you, even 2 more dates and nothing. Nothing. Even the one that they asked me to, they didn't even offer to pay for my food again. And I just didn't feel like I was invested. So if you don't make me feel like I'm an investment or I'm worth your time, then you got to go. I'm sorry. But those are my red flags. Okay. Next one, number 3, is how to meet more guys. My advice is put yourself out there. Join a club, join a sport, join a church. You can meet people, y'all. Like, this, it's not that hard as it needs to be. Like, literally put yourself out there and people will come to you. You know, like, I feel like also, and this is not my idea, but I truly do and am a believer that put yourself in a place of the kind of person you want to meet. Like, I know somebody met somebody at a party, and the kind of guy that wasn't the best. But I've known people that met people at church, and that's worked out. But I've known other people that meet people at church, and they turn out to be an actual bad person. Take this advice as you want it to be, but I just think that be careful of the people that you meet, and don't just invite anybody into life. Just because they go to church does not mean that they're a good person. Just because they are at a club means that they'll be a good person too. Just be cautious and do some background research behind the people that you are with, y'all. One person I talked to was a pathological liar. Let me tell you, I said that straight early on. Be very careful the people that you meet, especially if it's online too. I don't care if it's Snapchat, Instagram, any of the social media. Like, please be careful out there, y'all. It's scary out here. Very scary. Alright, number 4 is how to know if they're. This is hard because, see, I'm looking trying to figure this out though, but I feel like one thing that's always been a huge indicator for me is if my body rejects them. Let me tell you, my first story with the first guy that I loved, was my first love story. Everything was nearing the end, and these are, were butting heads a lot, and my body was rejecting them badly. Let me tell you, we were in the lunchroom one time, and they walked in, and I saw them, and I wasn't even trying to look for them, but I just looked up just for a second. I saw them, my heart dropped, I felt sick to my stomach. It was just awful. Every time I was around them from that point on, it was just a lot. I feel like if your body's not doing that, sometimes it can just be a matter of just like actually just not doing anything, and it's just like, but like I feel like you can have that intuition, you have like that, just that true like gut feeling, truly, like if they're meant to be there, or like if something's like off about them. Now sometimes we don't get that with some people. I didn't expect that to happen with the pathological liar I was with, even though like I was a little bit iffy, but for the most part it wasn't enough to stop me from seeing him. Y'all, it was not enough until this man did something else. Y'all, that's another story. Oh my gosh, I need to share that story. That was so bad. It was literally so bad. But basically, yes, like literally, I feel like if they make you a better person, if they're pushing you to be, you know, better, if they bring out the best side of you, like those are like some of my, at least my indicators that I know like that person is good for me, or like I would feel comfortable pursuing something further with them. And so yeah, number 5 is situationships. Let me tell y'all, that's a sticky situation. Cap number is 3 months for me personally. Y'all need to have your number too, because those are just like unclear boundaries. It's like, what are we here? You need to figure out at some point, or somehow pry out these intentions out this person, because it is going to hurt you in the long run. Let me tell you, 2-3 people I've been with, it was that way, and they didn't want anything more with me, and it just felt like a whole big waste of time. And at the end of the day, the only person that's hurting is you, y'all. It is hurting you at the end of the day. Like, some people just want you on the burner for somebody else, or some people just want you as a rebound, and you are worth so much more than that. Why give them the time of day any more than they need to? Situationships shouldn't even be a thing. It's either we endgame or we friends. There's no dates. It's our 10th date, but I'm still not your girlfriend. We're hanging out like every single weekend, holding hands, hugging, kissing. I met your parents, did X, Y, and Z. Yeah, you're still trying to figure out what you want. Like, no, like it sucks being in that zone. And you know, I feel like that's why people have the 3-month rule, at least to figure out some things about people and to see like who they really are before they make things official. I feel like that's different, but also like save yourself a lot, y'all. Save yourself. Unless you know the true intentions of this person, be cautious of the things that you do, because let me tell you, it will hurt in the long run. And to them it might not be anything, but it will hurt you, because you thought you were going to be something, but then when it's not, it's going to be like, what? And I don't try to go about this blindsidedly, you know. Next part is how to heal from a heartbreak. Y'all, you just gotta give it time. I'm sorry, but that's 100% what it was. I was impatient with myself, and I just wanted things to work with this person, and it just did not go in the way that I wanted. And I just feel like you just need to just take away time from them. Like, literally no contact. I don't care how long it is. No contact. Don't say nothing. Because let me tell you, I know I've been in some group chats. I've sent some paragraphs to this man, and I can assure you, I am pretty confident to know that literally I've been put in this group chat, because I figured this out, that there's a group chat like months ago. But I'm pretty sure like they probably screenshot up or something in there. Like, y'all, don't be saying things that you don't mean. And even if you do mean it, like, just like be unbothered. Like, don't feed into more than what it is. Like, both sides, it's just like already enough. And no matter how much they hurt you, just like give yourself time to heal. Give yourself time to truly work on yourself, focus on yourself. Whether that may be focusing more at school, focusing more on your sport, or for me, focusing on my spirituality has 100% helped me heal that part of my past. And I can confidently say, like, I am healed from that. I no longer have feelings towards them. I no longer have anger or resentment. I am content in the situation, and I'm so glad where I came from that, and you guys can be there too. Next, number 7 is first kiss. So excited, want to talk about it. But yes, I can't give you advice on like how to kiss somebody, because I don't really know how to explain it like that. But you know, let it happen. Things happen naturally. I feel like, you know, like we live in like such a hypersexualized world, or people doing OnlyFans or Pornhub, or like it's, oh my gosh, like showing my body, like, you know, like just so many things are hypersexual. Like literally little girls and these are the shirts that they say, just like a lot of things, like it's very like hypersexualized. But like, let things happen like when they're meant to be. Like, it's okay. There's people that skip steps, and I know that. And I remember like literally me and my friends, like we literally like made a list of like they should go in this and that order. And like I would just be hearing stories of people going out of order, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, y'all, like what happened to, you know, like holding the door with people? What happened to like, you know, meeting the parents? But it's just like going straight to that stuff, and it's just like, you know, at the end of the day, we all have our free will, our choices. We learn and grow from them. Like, at the end of the day, we all have to this. It's our own path. But, like, ultimately, I just do feel like, let things come naturally. Don't force nothing to happen that, especially, like, don't force people into doing stuff, of course. But, like, 100%, like, let things happen naturally, like, and take its time. Because that's the best kind of, like, you know, relationships. Because at the end of the day, like, I know things are gonna happen in the right time, and I'm just gonna let that be. You know, just gotta just like chill with life and just really enjoy the moment. I feel like it's just a huge part of that too. It's just really enjoying where things are at and knowing that, like, you have so much time, especially since we're so young. Like, we have so much time with this person. Like, it's okay to, like, not want be able to do X, Y, and Z with them now, you know. Next one is number 8 is first date ideas. The ones that I love is going skating. That's a good one. I like picnic dates. I've done that before. It's really inexpensive, really easy. You can go on walks and eat, paint, make slime during that. You can also go to the movies and then go get dinner after. I've done an ice cream date and we just like walked around like the mall and like just other stores. There's so many things out there, and if you need more ideas, go to TikTok. But y'all, like, it does not have to be expensive at all. It should be fun. It should be like interactive, something that can, like, you know, be fun for both of you guys. And so yeah. Number 9, how to deal with loneliness. And honestly, like, it's hard, but I feel like a part of my advice from the things I wish I knew before I started high school, which you guys should watch, but part of that one I mentioned finding fulfillment in girlhood. So putting that energy into your friends, gifting them, hugging them, cuddling them, and just like, it can feel maybe not to the extent of having like a boyfriend or girlfriend, but it can like kind of like heal that spot, and just like, it's comforting having somebody, and so fulfilling that through a friendship is really nice. Number 10 is making the first move. Y'all, we're gonna have to set aside our pride. Woman, make that move sometimes. Like, sometimes guys are nervous or unsure where you're at. I found most of my success, honestly, yeah, most of my success, or the reasons why I've like talked and like been with people, is because I've made that move. And no, sometimes it's like unwillingly, it's just like, and sometimes just like out of impatience, but hey, it worked out in the end. I feel like it's not a bad thing to like make a first move. Now, you won't be seeing me on my knees proposing, but I will make a first move, like, hey, like, you know, like, let's go hang out, or like, hey, let's FaceTime, or like, hey, it's like X, Y, and Z, because like at the end of the day, it's like not the end of the world. And like, I think guys like to see that, you know, girls making their first move sometimes, and it just shows what you want, and it shows your interest, which is good. Like, it's good to show interest in you guys pursuing each other, not just like one side of them doing everything. Like, no, like, I'm gonna pay for you, like, I got you, you know. And so I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and that might have helped, and I hope you have a amazing rest of your day. And yeah, peace is already out.